Hello Jesse. Hello Myra. What are you doing? I am typing short notes of Creative School's book. Who is the writer of this book? The writer of this book is Ken Robinson and Lou Veronica. Would you like to listen summary of this book? Yes, sure. Let's start. First I am going to share introduction of writer. Ken Robinson is brilliant and exceptional writer. He is also educational speaker. He was also professor at the University of Warwick, teaching pedagogy. Lesson 1: Schools aren't meant to make you better, they're designed to make you an obedient, productive employee. Lesson 1 Summary: Have you ever thought about why schools are the way they are? What they were created for? When you dig deep into the books of the history of education, what you find isn't all too pretty. Before our Western, formal school system was introduced, only few people were schooled. Usually the sons and daughters of rich people would have private teachers to teach them in a variety of subjects like history, art, math, language, biology and music. Why the sudden change? Why have everyone learned these things? Because after the Industrial Revolution, people would need them to do their work. It's simple. To do highly standardized factory work, people would need highly standardized factory knowledge. So at the turn of the 19th to the 20th century, Western governments introduced mass education built around conformity and obedience, using the same linear processes that made factories so efficient. 100 years later our kids still run through the same standardized, test-infested machine, to become cogs in a system when those cogs have long stopped being valuable. There is a reason Western schools do poorly in PISA studies, not least because PISA is standardized itself, and Finnish schools with only 2 hours worth of lessons a day are at the top of the scoreboard. Schools are not designed to make you smarter. Right now, they're designed to make you a productive employee, who doesn't ask too many questions. Lesson 2. Try to think of yourself as a gardener when you want to teach someone something. Can you remember a time when everything was interesting? When you wanted to touch, feel, look at and explore the whole world? You might not remember it, but there was such a time. It was when you were 4 years old. And then you started going to school. All of a sudden, you had to do stuff. Not because it was fun, but because it was required. And you started disliking books, disliking the subjects, and you stopped exploring. He says a good teacher will do 4 things: engage with children on their level to spark their curiosity, for example relating math exercises to baseball, history to the local city and music to the genres the kids listen to. Show his or her expectations to be a mentor to aspire to. Use different means of teaching for different students, no two human beings are exactly alike. Bestow children with the confidence to handle whatever difficult tasks the world will throw at them. We're all teachers. Make sure you make whatever you teach worthwhile. Lesson 3: What our kids really need to develop are curiosity, creativity and criticism. In today's world, kids don't need to remember facts or hard skills. They'll learn most of those during their careers. Anything beyond basic math and language understanding is rarely needed in real life. Instead of skills, Ken Robinson argues, we should teach our children competencies. What would you want your kid to learn? A few useless subjects, or the attitudes that help it navigate life? The world changing fast and there's no way to predict what subjects will be useful tomorrow. Some things, however, are timeless. Like these 3. Curiosity, the constant drive to pay attention to the world and ask questions about it. Creativity, the ability to come up with new ideas to solve complex, interesting problems and implement them. Criticism, the courage to question even the answers to their own questions, filter out facts from opinions and distinguish the signal from the noise. If we do nothing to be good parents, but instill in our kids these traits, I'd say we'll have done a decent job. I'm sure Ken Robinson would agree. How about you? It's very fabulous books. We must read this book. Yes. You are right. Who would I recommend the Creative School's summary to? The 18-year-old who just finished her last high school exam and is about to leave the formal education system. The 61-year-old teacher, who hasn't changed his teaching routine in the past 5 years, and anyone who wants to have kids. Okay Jesse, I am going. Bye. Bye Myra. Thanks for watching video. Don't forget like, share and subscribe and press bell icon.